Banksying, the dating move nobody's talking about, until now. Think ghosting is brutal? Wait till you meet Banksying. It's a new, more insidious tactic that's quietly reshaping the way people manipulate emotional investment. Silent check-ins out of nowhere. Hits you with a fleeting message when lonely, then vanishes again, leaving you hanging. It's emotional brinkmanship, a calculated game of control. Cold and deliberate, Banksying is worse than ghosting because it keeps you tethered in a state of limbo, craving clarity that never comes. Picture this: someone you've been chatting with for weeks. You've exchanged messages, shared glimpses of your life, maybe even started to imagine a future. Suddenly, radio silence. You've moved on, convinced they're ignoring you. But then, ping. "You up?" they ask. They're back, feeding you crumbs of attention. You respond, hopeful, and then, boom, silence again. It's maddening. That roller coaster of hope and disappointment becomes your new normal. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. Banksying is a deliberate power play, a psychological tactic designed to keep you hooked without any real commitment. It's about ego feeding and emotional control. They keep their options open while you chase ambiguous signals, fueling your hope with sporadic contact. You're left chasing shadows, caught in a cycle of uncertainty. It's emotional quicksand, draining your energy and self-esteem. Why does Banksying hook you? Because it's psychological mastery masked as casual outreach. When you see a message pop up unexpectedly, your brain responds instantly. Dopamine hits, hope ignites. You want to reciprocate, to decode the meaning behind the message, to understand where you stand. But they deny you clarity. They ghost, then reappear, repeating the cycle. It's a pattern designed to keep you emotionally invested, unable to escape, caught in a frustrating loop that chips away at your confidence. Game theory time. Banksyers are playing high-stakes chicken. They see how long they can keep you invested, how high they can push your expectations before pulling the plug. Every message, every "hey stranger" is a calculated move. Pressure, then release. They push your buttons, seeing how much you'll tolerate, testing your patience. Each return, each small flicker of activity is a maneuver in their strategic game. You become an emotional pawn, a punching bag in their psychological chess match. Here's how to spot a Banksyer. When you notice sporadic bursts of messaging that align suspiciously with your social media activity, stories, posts, comments, you've likely been baited. Then silence. Then bait again. They're watching, tracking your every move, conditioning you to remain alert and eager for their next move. It's subtle manipulation that often goes unnoticed until it becomes a pattern. Why does this feel worse than ghosting? At least with ghosting, it's over, a clean break. But Banksying lingers, tormenting you with uncertainty. It's torment by implication, hope without follow-through. A breadcrumb diet of validation that chips away at your self-esteem. It makes you scramble to decode meaning from silence, to find significance where there is none. It's emotional exhaustion disguised as casual contact. Zoom in on your psyche. Your brain craves closure. Your heart seeks consistency. Both are denied in this limbo zone. That in-between state is where Banksying thrives, feeding on your longing for connection, your fear of abandonment, your hope that maybe, just maybe, this time will be different. What do you do when you find yourself on the receiving end? Here are some steps. First, recognize the psychological coup. You're not just being ignored, you're being manipulated to stay on the hook. That awareness is powerful. It breaks the spell, shifting your perspective from helplessness to empowerment. Second, recalibrate your expectations. If someone reappears after days or weeks with no real effort to deepen the connection, realize it's strategic. Don't reward that strategy with more attention. Your energy is valuable. Don't give it away to games. Third, enforce emotional boundaries. Treat sporadic messaging as you would a stranger's. Keep responses brief, neutral. Don't invest emotional energy in someone who isn't willing to do the same. If nothing develops, walk away. Protect your peace. Fourth, shift the power back to yourself. Banksying only works if you stay engaged. When you respond less, ask for clarity, or choose not to respond at all, the tactic loses its impact. You regain control over your emotional landscape, and they lose their leverage. Now, let's get blunt. How many times have you told yourself, "Oh, maybe they were just busy"? That's the script they want you to internalize. But repeated silence coupled with sporadic outreach isn't just busyness, it's strategic avoidance. Recognizing this is key to breaking free. Why do we keep watching? Because each missing piece you try to fit together weakens the illusion. It's addictive, a psychological game designed to keep you hooked. This isn't just about infatuation, it's a case study in modern dating narcissism, where control and ambiguity are weaponized against your emotional health. Real examples abound. Someone suddenly texting, "Hey stranger," after weeks of silence with no explanation or concern for how you're doing. Or a quick, "What's up?" out of nowhere, then nothing. You think you're sparking a connection, but they see it as a game, a way to keep you engaged without real intent. Here's the worst part. You might even begin policing your own behavior. Maybe I posted too much, or maybe I'm too much. That guilt isn't yours, it's a manipulation tactic. They twist insecurity into attachment, making you doubt your worth. Banksying also exploits modern technology. Read receipts, last active indicators, social media visibility. They turn modern dating into surveillance theater. The Banksayer watches your stories, minutes later hits you with a message. It's calculated, it's creepy, it's designed to keep you under their control. Dissecting the emotional anatomy. Lonely nights, random check-ins at odd hours, no real follow-through. All craft a recurring anxiety. It's intermittent reinforcement, like a slot machine. Sometimes you win, mostly you lose. That unpredictability keeps you pulling the lever, chasing the next hit of validation. What does reclaiming your strength look like? Here's a start. Stop responding to bait texts. Don't overthink or sanitize your online presence around them. Accept that silence or no response is a clear signal they're not interested. Seek genuine connection where clarity and respect are present. Failing to act means giving them control. Taking action, stepping back, setting boundaries, walking away, puts you back in the driver's seat. Banksying also teaches a harsh truth. Not everyone seeking attention desires authenticity. Some want drama, some crave insecurity, some simply want to feel powerful by playing with others' feelings. Consider how social norms have shifted. Ghosting used to be considered the ultimate disappearing act. Now we've bred something even more insidious. The illusion of presence as a form of control, a way to keep someone emotionally tethered without ever truly engaging. What does self-respect look like? It means refusing to hang around hoping for something that will never materialize. It's about choosing someone who communicates openly, honestly, without calculation. Someone who doesn't manipulate your reactions through absence and presence, choreographed like a chess game. People caught in banksying often justify their behavior with claims like, "I thought they were just shy," or "I didn't want to push too hard." But silence followed by surface-level outreach isn't shyness. It's strategic distance masked as disinterest. If you allow ambiguity, they can keep you hanging indefinitely. Are you ready to break the cycle? The truth might sting, but it's also liberating. The next time you get a "hey you" from someone who disappeared months ago, pause and ask yourself, where does this fit in my life? Is it worth my energy? If the answer isn't a clear yes, don't respond. Walking away from Banksying is about reclaiming your time, dignity, and emotional well-being. It's about refusing to play the game on their terms. Because in the end, your worth isn't measured by someone's manipulative tactics. It's found in your ability to set boundaries, demand clarity, and choose genuine connection over emotional chaos. And trust me, once you do, you'll breathe a little easier, sleep a little better. Self-respect isn't just a choice, it's your power.